Look at the title. I'm saying I'm ashamed of my portfolio. Why am I saying that? Simply because I'm trying to tell you what the companies in which I've made money in the long run are companies which seem to be finding something, making something. There is an audience which is willing to pay for it. The company is able to produce this at a good price, earn enough profits, pay the taxation, maybe get a subsidy, whatever, and then pay dividends and create value for the shareholder. Now, does this mean it has created anything great for society? I don't kill myself thinking about this. Look at some of the companies in which I made money. Definitely there is Coromandel International. What has it done? It has made chemical fertilizer. What has chemical fertilizer done? It has gone into the soil. Perhaps it has improved the productivity for the farmer. But in the long run, it has definitely caused more harm than good. But now I believe they're making a lot of natural fertilizers and pesticides like neem-based pesticides, etc. So obviously now it's slightly different, but still in the long run, this is what it has done. I made money on Monsanto Chemical, luckily or unluckily no longer there in my portfolio, because in one of my consciousness pangs, Monsanto went out of my portfolio. Similarly, ITC, I held it for long periods of time, then I had a nice 5-digit quantity. And I decided that I don't want it in my portfolio because it is spreading cancer. So I got rid of the two of them. Now look at a company like Hindustan Lever. Now Hindustan Unilever, as it is now called, is a great company, fabulous numbers, etc. Made a lot of wealth for shareholders, especially for older time shareholders like me or my sister and all, right? Now, this company sells something called Fair and Lovely, which is the stupidest product that I have seen, which feeds to your insecurities, right? So people buy this and apply it all over themselves, and they hope that they will get fairer. I know men who used to use it. Now there is a product for men. So this is a company which has destroyed a lot of egos and made people feel bad that they are duck. Now that's okay, but what has happened is it continues to be there in my portfolio. Now take Pfizer or GSK, the margin shocked me. So honestly, in medicines, the margin shocked me. But then it's there, it's making money for me. I'm not complaining. Nestle, Colgate, well, you know the product, you know the pricing. If you think it's fair on the people or on the consumers, that's great. But I think these companies work for the shareholder, and I'm happy to be a shareholder. I'm absolutely not cribbing, but as a consumer, I'm convinced that I'm paying a fabulously higher price. EID Parry makes sugar. Sugar is not really the greatest thing for you to eat. So I would personally reduce sugar consumption and try to reduce it dramatically. But it makes money for me, no doubt about that. HDFC Bank, well, it sells ULIPs. What more can I say? Do I need to say anything? So, but what I'm trying to say is in the wealth creation business or profession, if some, like people say, the only thing which you are judged by is are you making money? And if you're making money in the long run, you're considered to be great. I mean, I've held Hero Honda for a very long time, from maybe 1984-85 till about 2013. When they split and it became Hero Motors. But largely the belief was only when the two of them are together will the accounts be very honest. I did not want to stay much beyond that, so I left in some time. Yes, the prices have definitely gone up in the last 5-6 years, no doubt about that, right? But did I worry too much about the quality of the life that they do, or did I worry that every year over the last 20 years, every year I hear at least one kid below the age of 30 killing himself in a road accident involving a motorbike? Of course, I can say you should drive more carefully, you should be wearing a helmet, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter. I know kids who have been killed wearing good quality helmets. Just the odds are against you. Does it mean I should not own a two-wheeler share? No. Does it mean I should not own a four-wheeler share? No, I'm not saying anything of that sort. I'm just saying In the fund management, the largely you are going to be judged. If you are in the profession or if you are in the business, then you are going to be judged by your alpha and beta that you create. But if you are an individual just creating wealth for yourself, you are going to be judged by whether you can meet your goals. Saying that I'm sorry, but you couldn't meet your goals because of these constraints of mine is ridiculous, and it is a fraud on the client if you talk such language. In my own portfolio, I can do whatever I want, and I know that I'm going to compromise on the returns. I'm going to get lesser returns because I don't have the ITCs and Monsantos in my portfolio, but that does not bother me. I have crossed the stage when I'm looking at have I outperformed ITC. To me, it doesn't matter what has happened to Monsanto. After I sold, definitely it must have gone up. I have also put it in companies which have gone up, like say Siemens and HUL and things like that. But yeah, it does not worry me, does not bother me. But I try not to buy shares which are directly, visibly causing tremendous amount of damage. Take the Indian taxation. We give people a deduction for medical insurance premium because it's lobbied by the insurance industry, but we will not give a deduction for people going to the gym. Now that's funny, isn't it? If you think going to the gym is a healthy habit, why don't you put say 10,000 cap but available under 80D? Our whole orientation is not towards prevention. Our whole orientation is towards cure, because that is the way the GDP goes up. So now if you think that the COVID attack is going to hit your GDP, of course it is going to hit your GDP, but look at the kind of reports which will start coming in. You will say, oh, the economy is going up because the PP sales is going up. Is that right? Is that the way you will judge? So don't take one or two numbers and judge the whole economy. You're just being manipulated to think in a particular fashion. Be careful about people who are manipulating your thinking. These are the guys about whom you should be really worried. You should not be worried about what is there in your portfolio. If it's a bad company, it is for the world to decide. If it is a good company, it is for the world to decide. So keep looking at how the market is perceiving that company. Does it have respect? Does it not have respect? Those are all the things to see, not just the PE, especially in a year when things have completely gone wrong in the P&L of companies. Thank you.